Contact-intensive services were among the hardest hit by the pandemic, with airlines being no exception. But now, with the infection ebbing and the threat of a third wave diminishing, the aviation sector is seeing green shoots of recovery. Indigo CEO Ronojoy Datta recently told a financial daily that the situation was improving rapidly and faster than the sector had expected. Datta said that while Indigo's performance in the last quarter was strong, the current quarter was also shaping up very well. He underlined that most importantly, revenue and traffic were coming back. In a recent interview with Business Standard, Datta's response to why Indigo was holding back its qualified institutional placement decision also highlighted how the airline is faring.
As things stand, things have been improving rapidly. So this sort of insurance policy that we're thinking of for QIP, I don't think is needed anymore.
So, what do the numbers say? Things are not just looking up for Indigo alone. The entire sector is seeing buoyancy. According to a recent report, November has brought good news for the aviation sector, with daily domestic air traffic reaching close to pre-COVID levels. On 14th November, 385,661 passengers were recorded at departures. This was the highest ever daily traffic seen in India since air travel resumed in May last year, following a 2-month shutdown. This amounted to 96.4% of pre-COVID air traffic level, as, on an average, around 400,000 domestic passengers were recorded on a daily basis in 2019. Fresh blood is also being infused into the sector. Akasa Air, the budget airline backed by Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, recently placed an order for 72 Boeing aircraft. Valued at $9 billion at list prices, the order was signed at the Dubai Air Show. Also, let us not forget the most momentous development for the sector, the privatization of Air India. It is returning to the Tatas after 68 years. If taken together, Tata Sons, which also operates Vistara and AirAsia India, will have around 25% market share of the domestic airline market. That's apart from having the largest Indian airline on international routes. A revitalized Air India, no doubt, will have a major impact on the sector. According to another interview to a national daily, Indigo CEO Ronojoy Datta believes that the disinvestment of Air India is good for the country, the aviation industry, and also Indigo.
I think the Tata Group in particular will be very responsible. They will price the product based on our costs, which many of our current competitors do not do. So to that extent, I think it will be helpful. I think the third or fourth thing we should look at is having the ecosystem get stronger is good for all players, because the Indian ecosystem for aviation is very weak. We don't have MRO capability. Leasing is in dollars. Pilot training is a huge issue. We send people out for pilot training and all that. So getting the ecosystem stronger is really good for us, because if you can get leasing in the gift city and do it in rupees, oh my God, MROs, if you can do it in rupees, oh my God, all this will only happen if the ecosystem gets stronger. And I believe having two good, strong, healthy airlines in India just changes the ecosystem to our advantage. Indigo will be strong, Tata will be strong. I just welcome it.
However, even as the effects of the pandemic recede, high fuel prices are likely to play the role of a spoiler for airlines.
Fuel prices really are a problem. I mean, they were $43 a barrel a year ago. Today, they're about $83 a barrel. Huge impact on our costs. Fortunately, as you said, yields have been rising, and we're still not profitable by it. So obviously, it's not like we do. So yields need to go up a little more. Our costs, however, probably will come down a little bit as we add more capacity, just because we're spreading it. This newer engines are a good thing for us. So look, the airline business is always a struggle. If oil goes to $100 a barrel, we'll all get around. But I would guess, along with oil at $100 a barrel, the economy would be in trouble too.
Right.
Just which, and the economy being in trouble is worse for us probably than oil, because it'll take a revenue hit. So I hope oil doesn't go to 100. If it does, we'll all be in a lot of pain.
Things are looking up for the Indian aviation sector, and hopefully it will not run into any turbulence in the near future, especially triggered by fuel prices or a resurgence in COVID-19 cases.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.